So, as you can see right here, Caitlin only needs 3 points to become the greatest bucket getter in the history of women's college basketball. And without any hesitation, CC's gonna smash that record in a typical Caitlin Clark fashion.
By Gabby Marshall. Here comes Clark. How will she go for history?
You all knew I was going to shoot a logo 3 for the record. Come on now.
Good golly, Miss Molly. That Iowan girl chucks the ball all the way from Boston and hits nothing but nylon. Damn, that's just cold-blooded. I mean, it's always a spectacle to see whenever she dials it up from long distance, which is why in this episode, the good doctor formally invites you to the first ever Caitlin Clark splash party, as we're gonna run down her greatest hits from deep and beyond. And with that being said, grab a drink and sit tight, because this one is gonna be straight up fire.
End of the game. Logo! And Caitlin Clark can go deeper than that.
Now, to kick this three-point party off into high gear, let's rewind to the moment when Caitlin brought the house down with this clutch shot from downtown.
Wheeler finds Clark from the logo. You bet!
While everyone is running on the break, Wheeler feeds the rock to the most dangerous girl on the court. And without second guessing, CC just lets it fly and drills it from the logo, which makes everyone go loco. Well, speaking of getting crazy, here's Caitlin pulling another wild long bomb versus Georgia.
About 7 a game. Look at Clark. Yes! She gets to that logo.
I mean, even though there's still a lot of time left in the clock, CC just casually fires that rock 35 feet away from the Atlantic and sinks that one like the Titanic. Woo-wee! That's just pure butter. But see, it ain't got nothing with this next play here versus the Storm when Caitlin rains down a deep rainbow.
To tie last year's winning record.
Clark from way downtown.
Despite a hand in her line of sight, CC just used it as an aiming device to guide the long-range bullet, which went through the bucket. Holy smokes, this savage girl knows no distance. And speaking of which, check out how she opens a national championship game here versus LSU with this spine-chilling splash.
To think there was 10. Clark. Oh my!
After crossing the mid-court, CC just pounds the ball twice before pulling up out of nowhere and burying that ice-cold dagger. See, even if there's a live body in front of her, you can't stop the Iowan sensation from delivering the goods. I mean, just check out this play right here.
Clark over Horston, hits a 3!
So after losing the initial defender, Caitlin torches the second one by jacking and making a high looper against a hard closeout. Man, that bucket is tough. Well, that isn't the only time Caitlin connected from deep with a hand on her grill, cause versus Creighton, CC also splashes one through right between her defender's eyes.
Here comes Caitlin Clark. Step back, 3. Got it!
I mean, Caitlin took the level of difficulty of that one up a notch as she added a behind the back step back before laying out the long range attack. And since we brought that up, here's another heavily contested 3-point attempt coming from the Killer Queen.
All night tonight.
Are you talking about my high school experience? Clark connects!
CC pulled her bag on this one as she pranced and danced around her defender to shake off the dust, leaving Caitlin wincing her head in total disgust. Anyway, speaking of getting filthy, Caitlin also did them ladies of Louisville dirty by knocking down this flamethrower.
Clark guarded by Robinson. Clark firing again. Oh my!
Just like in the previous play, CC sizes her opponent, and when she's good to go, she drains a 3-ball for her Kodak moment. Well, speaking of picture-perfect threes, here's another Caitlin Clark hot shot coming from the parking lot.
Rebounds, but she was right there in front. Clark, deep 3.
So after sticking too close like a leech, CC crosses her up and puts her on skates before creating separation for the long-distance action. Sweet Jesus! Now, if you think that's tough, wait till you see this next one, where Caitlin fires a quick one without any warning.
A deep one. You bet! Caitlin Clark!
CC once again shows her incredible range right there as she goes for the right to left crossover, then takes and makes it from the logo with such undeniable swagger. Anyway, the babes from the Big Apple also got a healthy dose of the Caitlyn special when the Iowan phenom handed them this deep downtown splash.
Stays here with Indiana. Clark, a deep one. You bet!
Right after receiving the handoff, CC just takes one dribble and launches it from Jupiter as if she's just taking a routine mid-range jumper. Man, Caitlyn is indeed never gun shy when it comes to these types of situations. And even if it looks like Caitlyn has nowhere to go, you better put your hands up still, cause this dangerous lady can pull the trigger from virtually anywhere around the court.
Rika Kono into the game for Louisville. Clark decides to take. Why not?
I mean, CC literally freezes herself right there for about 3 seconds. And when no one is moving around, she just takes the matter into her hands and flings one right in. It's easy to say that no one in the WNBA can shoot the lights out from deep like Caitlyn, and versus the Minnesota Lynx, she upped the ante when she pulled this crazy 3-ball on top of heavy pressure.
Set here in the first quarter. Clark looking aggressive. Clark launches and hits it.
Once again, Caitlyn digs deep in her bag with the between the legs crossover combo to keep the defense guessing. And then she just sticks it in like it was nothing. And in a similar fashion, the lady wearing 22 also did something like that against LSU. But this time around, it's more lethal and way more nasty.
Wheels around, evades Van Lith, and drains it. My goodness.
So as you can see right here, Caitlyn loops around like a lasso, and then she all of a sudden takes a sidestep the moment she's done playing with her food, so she can bring down her mood by delivering the goods. See, casually firing deep range missiles anytime in the game has always been part of Caitlyn's offensive arsenal. But see, CC can also bring down the hammer in pressure-packed situations and clutch moments. I mean, just check out how she broke the hearts of people here in La La Land with this Kobe Bryant-esque ice-cold dagger.
Sparks fans, 6 on the shot clock. Clark, a deep 3!
I mean, just look at how she shot this one. And despite being bothered by the defense, Caitlyn remains unrattled as she sinks it through, coming off a smooth follow-through. And to send this splash party packing on a high note, why don't we take a look at one last triple, courtesy of this deep range banger versus Southeastern Louisiana.
Guzzardo, the head coach. This team rallied twice in the Southland Conference Tournament for wins.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for now, folks. And if you enjoy this content, please give this a thumbs up. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and turn the notifications on so you'll always be updated when the next video drops. Until then, this has been the Hoop Doctor. Thanks for watching and see you next time.